Hello everyone. This is a presentation about week 2 assignment of the internal system auditing. My name is Olivier Hendermouwen and these are the table of content. I'm going to discuss about two different cases and moving on to the first case. So the first case, the overview is to standardize and uniform the microcomputers and softwares of Hanston manufacturing companies based on the director's memorandum. So for question A, number 1, which is about when acquiring microcomputers for various departments in an organization, describe the factors related to the computer hardware that needs to be considered during the initial design and set up phase of microcomputer environment. So first is the program. They have to analyze whether the microcomputer will satisfy the program. Will the specification enough to run the program, and also the operating system is the operating system that satisfy the program will be available for that microcomputer. So that's basically to they need to have a microcomputer that would satisfy the program, is most importantly, and this operating system specification. And then connectability. With the connectability, the microcomputer have enough maybe ports to satisfy the program, whether it's well, I'm guessing it's microcomputers are in the mid to late 90s, so then diskette ports, or maybe in the nowadays environment USB ports, maybe for the storage, or for backups, it would satisfy those holes as well. For question two is about operating procedures and system controls that need to be considered. So obviously for security, how easy it is to access, or safety it is to store sensitive data, and how hard it is to breach a lot. It would concern about the accessibility of the program, of the system, how the password policy in the security system works, and then how hard it is to breach, for if there are any breachers in the near future, in the future, or in the future. So then operating, difficulty of operating the system, how long it is to train the users to get used to the system. It needs to be discussed because operating system and softwares have ways to run, and then the users have to get up to speed in order to use the system accordingly. And lastly is the backup, how easy it is to backup system, and its backup, how the backup procedures work for the system, and so on and so on. Question B, discuss the benefits of having standardized hardware and software for microcomputers in an organization. Having standardized microcomputer system would be easier to assess the employees, as all of them would have the same tools, same computer, same software. So then the performance assessment would be easier, and then the maintenance, they would only need expertise that can maintain the same computer, a microcomputer, and then some particular software. So throughout the organization, they would need many expertise in computers, as the computers are all the same throughout the organization. And lastly, the backup would be easier to back up as well, because it came from the same computers and then same software, and the backup wouldn't be as complicated as of having many computers spread, or many operating system or software in the organization. Let's see. the concern that memorandum is likely to create for the microcomputer users at Hansen. So it's more about the time constraint, because in memorandum the director doesn't mention about the time constraint of changing these computers. So therefore, the, if there's no particular period for employees, no clear period for employees to train to use these computers and softwares, which is pretty much unclear. And if it's this change is sudden, then the employees wouldn't be able to get up to speed as fast as they should. And then the next case, case 2, is about national commercial bank examiners take risks that may appear associated with end user microcomputer operations. So the two questions are pretty much related. So it's about identify 3 types of controls, microcomputers, and user operations where national commercial bank might be at risk, and then recommend a specific control procedure that national should implement for each type of control that is defined here. So here are 3 that I suggest. So the first control type is standardized procedure. The recommended procedure is this programs and system would be given by the central department, and if there's any update, it will be given by the central department as well. So that's only the central department are able to install or update this the system on all microcomputers. So there would be so then the microcomputers would have the same software, and there would be less risk of breaching or installing undesired system in these microcomputers. And then access restriction. So the database should be restricted and only can be accessed by authorized personnel or device controlled by the central department to protect the database. It's also related to safety. Not everyone can access the database or the program. Only a certain amount of people who are credentialed get the credential from the central department. And lastly is the security of the data. So to assure the safeness of data, it is important to conduct backup periodically so then the data are not lost and doesn't get stolen or anything. So that's all for me. Thank you very much for watching the video.